Hello, gamers! Welcome back to the Warframe Iron Man. Last week, we went ahead and, I don't want to talk about it. This week, we're going to be doing something a lot more productive and a lot more gas. But first, we got to come down here because, we've had a certain character sitting in our arsenal for God knows how long. Koumei! There is a big reason that I've kept Koumei this entire time, and all of Koumei's weapons. And that's because Koumei is considered a starter character. But what I'm really interested in is that her weapons get a steel path upgrade in the form of two mods. We've got Higasa Serration and Amanata Pressure. So let's go get those. Alrighty. Now that we have steel path unlocked, we get access to these two mods. Now you'll see. They're pretty goddamn expensive, 150 each. Just for reference, that's 15 more than the Koumei blueprint, but that's fine because ahead of time I went ahead and pre-farmed these. But let's go ahead and pick these up. But before we go ahead and grab them, let's look at what they do. So Amanata Pressure. I could have sworn this was called Pressure Point, but no, all right. When combo multiplier reaches 8 times, heavy attacks apply a random status effect to enemies hit. 330% melee damage. God damn. That is a lot of base damage. Then we got Higasa Serration. Alternate fire applies a random status effect to enemies hit, plus 450% damage. Again, my god, there's a lot of base damage. But these weapons kind of need them. But let's go ahead and pick these up. Boop. Boop. And then I have an extra 200, so we're going to get this Koumei Prex card. Pretty neat. Alright, we got to get out of here. Stop talking to me. Alright, we are back. We're on our Koumei. We got the Higasa and the Amanata. And then we have the dual toxis just in case things go wrong. They're probably our best secondary that I can put on. So we're going to hope they can carry. But before we do anything, let's go ahead. We're going to show off the builds real quick. Now, we already did showcase Koumei a while back when we got her. So I'm not going to be going over her abilities too much. I will say we do have Roar over the 1. Considering that her 4 is like the main damage. If we're just trying to apply status and do damage that way, this just it buffs the 4. And it makes our weapons better, so that's always good. But let's go into the Koumei build. Now, I will note we don't have Omakuji's Fortune, which is an augment mod for Koumei's too. It is very essential for stacking up decrees, but as of the time I'm recording this, we are not ranked up with, I believe it's in New Loka, so I don't have access to that. And that's a pretty big hit, honestly, but this is what we're running. I don't really know what the goal was when I made this. I kind of just works. I will say, other than the stat stuff, because it should be pretty self-explanatory, Augur Reach and Augur Secrets for a little bit of extra stats, and the Augur passive that is oh so good. We are on Catalyzing Shields. Koumei is very good with Catalyzing Shields. Her 4 is going to instantly get you all the way back up, and as long as you roll good decrees, energy efficiency should be pretty easy. We have on Vitality. This is because if we are taking any health damage, it'll be counteracted by her 3. So a little bit of tankiness on that end, a little bit of tankiness through the shields. We have Rolling Guard if all of that fails, because I like to build my characters defensively, and Equilibrium Flow for energy shenanigans. But she's not really... We don't need to really talk about all that. Except I lied. We're actually going to go ahead and swap off Arcane Rage for Aegis. You should know by now why I've done this. And then let's look at the Higasa. So, you know, before when we used this thing was pretty mid. It wasn't too stellar, but now it's got a ton of base damage. But this is the build. Very budget, very safe. I don't have a lot of space. I'm not looking to make too much space, so we're gonna see how it works with this. I will note, even though we have a bunch of base damage from Higasa Serration, we also are on Galvanized Aptitude. This is not one of the special fancy condition overload mechanic weapons that multiplies base damage from Galvanized Aptitude rather than adding it, so this mod isn't as strong and honestly a bit overkill on the base damage, but I don't really know what else to do with that D polarity, so We're just working with it. We are on crit stuff, galvanized chamber, and then our 1 status mod is heat because heat is awesome. Some may say it's fire. And then the Amanata, because it's a melee weapon, has the blessing of having a stance mod, giving it more mod capacity, so that's always nice. What can I say? Typical melee stuff, except not really. We're on viral and heat on a melee weapon because we can't be on viral electricity. We don't have influence. But I think this thing should cook, especially with its unique trait. I think the Amanata will come in clutch, be a very good polearm. The Higasa, I'm not too sure on. It should definitely compete, I'd hope. But we'll see. Anyway, what are we going to be doing with this Steel Path starter kit? Well, obviously we're going to be doing some Steel Path missions, but there's something I've got to explain real quick. Now, last episode, we were just, happily going around in Earth, clearing some nodes, and we've gotten a bit farther into Earth. Got a couple of junctions we could do, move on to other planets, but Steel Path is a bit special. We are not bound to the rules of progression in the Steel Path star chart, because we have Steel Path incursions, gamers, and if you're wondering what this is all about and why I'm explaining it, watch the following clip.
Flashback.
So I'm hovering over Phobos, right? We're not at Phobos yet. We're just doing Steel Path Earth missions, right? Steel Path does not follow any rules of progression. We go back to Phobos, and we come over here to our Steel Path incursions, and we take a look. Hey, what do you know? We have a mobile defense that we need to do on Phobos. Sick. So I'm going to swap to actually, we'll play Nova. And we're going to go jump into this mission. I'm just going to skip it, because, y'all seen a mobile defense before? Oh, you have? Oh, crazy. But when we come back, and we complete the mission, we may or may not just have a foothold on Phobos. Alright, that took a little bit, but we're done. Get our steel essence. Oh, 2 from the Acolyte, 5 from the Incursion. God damn it, I'm really hoping to get a primary Merciless. I still haven't got one yet. It's kind of nuts. But, now, remember how we didn't have any nodes unlocked on Phobos? What do you know? So, anytime you do a Steel Path incursion, the node that you complete unlocks it. Very good for getting us to jump around the Steel Path star chart. I've got the Void unlocked already, a little bit into Deimos, poop shit ass planet, but none of that pales in comparison to the node I just unlocked earlier. We have access to Steel Path with Captain Vor. This is an absolute breadwinner of a node.
End of flashback.
That's right, gamers. We have access to various little points in the star chart, so we're gonna be circling around a bit today. But for starters, we want to do just a quick mission. I have this Steel Essence incursion for a capture on Venus, and I think this is like the perfect place to start before we move on to today's main event. So let's get to it. I didn't start off with enough energy to cast my 3. That's kind of bad, but let's see this damage. You know what? It definitely could be a lot better, but I mean, considering we're in Steel Path and we have some galvanized mods on, it's only going to get stronger as we kill enemies. This isn't like horrible. I still think this weapon is fucking terribly mid, but it's got this cool little shield that's gonna make us a little bit more tanky, and it's got this alt fire. Wow. Spread the statuses. That's pretty sick. Let's see what our challenge is for Omakuji. Alright, kill 20 enemies that are 20 meters away. This might be a bit tough. Oh god. The Higasa is definitely going into the scrapyard though. Like this is alright for a starter piece of equipment, but there are better options. I just wanted to see, Just wanted to see how it was gonna do. It is spreading those statuses. It's good for it, man. And it looks like it's just kind of... Oh, never mind. I was gonna say it looks like it's spreading them just on its primary fire, but that would be the passive of Koumei there. It's applied to my primary weapon right now. So, yeah, that would do it. I don't know. The Higasa is neat. I really hope they add more rifles with a front-facing shield. Maybe some more modern ones that are... Oh, shit. I say modern, but this thing is pretty modern. It's like a 2024 weapon, right? Oh, man. But enough of that. Let's try out the Amanata. I have a lot more faith in this thing. We just Just got to get our combo up a little bit. Melee weapons, I mean, 9 times out of 10 are just going to mog primary and secondaries when you don't get into crazy stuff like incarnate adapters and all that. It's not too bad. Not too bad. I mean, just using it, it feels fine. It's killing the enemies a lot faster than the Higasa, so that's definitely a net positive. And it's hitting orange crits. I mean, it's nice. At the end of the day, Koumei can be a bit of a melee character. We just got to get those decrees rolling in, you know. Unfortunately, we are in quite possibly the worst place to test decree rolling, which is some random capture mission that lasts 5 seconds if we were to efficiently go through this. But I mean, Koumei's not taking any damage. We're surviving. It's not like we've been avoiding getting shot or anything. This is easy steel path, but this is what she's designed for, or I guess marketed for. So it was a pretty solid test, but I think we could do a lot better. Really get the full experience of this arsenal, and I'll explain what we're gonna do in a moment. All right, gamers, enough stalling. We're gonna get into the main meat of today's episode. We are going to once again reuse the same premise as my when did the rework Captain Vor come out? We're fighting Vor.
Bruh.
I know. How many times is he gonna do it in this series? Another one time, probably. But there's a reason for it, gamers. There's a reason for it. Captain Vor, when he got reworked, saw a new feature. That being that when you fight him in Steel Path, he has a little bit of a special drop table for Steel Path. This boy drops Arcanes. And not only does he drop Arcanes, gamers, there are some fucking bangers in this list. And not only are they bangers, gamers, they're bangers that are unobtainable to us right now. And this is free game because this is a legitimate drop source. So we're going to be getting to some arcane farming today. But I just want to talk about some of these arcanes because, first things first, we have access to our first melee arcane. This is absolutely useless to us, but melee vortex. If you kill an enemy affected by magnetic status, there's a 45% chance to pull enemies within 18 meters. This can be very good. However, we're not worried about this arcane at all. Firstly, we're probably going to get a gajillion in our future. That's not going to really be a problem. We don't need to get it from here. But also, we don't have access to melee arcane adapters yet. Those come from Whispers in the Wall and beyond. So, unfortunately, every drop we get of this is just downright useless. But we're going to move up one, Secondary Surge. This can be acquired from Ascension, which is a game mode that comes from Jade Shadows. Also unobtainable to us right now, but on ability cast, next shot gains a damage multiplier for every 200 current energy, up to 8 times. I don't really have a use for this in mind, but still a good pickup nonetheless. And you know, hey, we can get it early, we get it early, right? But now, onto the arcane that truly matters, Cascadia Flare. This arcane comes from the Zeramin after Angels of the Zeramin quest, and that isn't going to be for a long time on the account. And why am I so interested in this arcane? Let's read what it does. On heat status effect, plus 12% damage for 10 seconds. Stacks up to 480%. You've probably noticed I like to add on heat to a lot of my secondary weapons because heat is a baller status effect. If we do that, we're going to be getting nearly 500% weapon damage, all simply from an arcane. And that is a huge amount of base damage. I am so excited to get this arcane, I'm shaking. It's so good. Primary Obstruct. On weapon magnetic status effect, enemy weapons jam within 15 meters of target. Cooldown of 10 seconds. So this could be okay if we need a little bit of crowd control, but it's whatever. Then we move on to the arcanes for our Warframe. You'll see we have Steadfast here. We got this from the Citrine grind. We got about a few copies. We want more. Blessing. On health pickup, 24 max health. Stacks up to 50 times. I believe fully stacked, this is giving somewhere around 1,200 health. Very good for health tanking. Normally you get Blessing from the Varuna Conjunction Survivals, but the only way we could get this at this point is if we were to do the missions, farm that up, and from the natural drop table of the mission. We can't go buy these from the vendor because they are located on the Zeramin. Power Ramp comes from the Citrine grind. We're going to skip it. I don't really care about this one. And then Battery. This gives 0.3 maximum energy per armor point, up to 1,000 energy. This could replace flow in our builds, which makes me giddy, because just having options is always the best thing. What makes me even more excited is that we can only get this from Ascension, which, as I said before, comes from Jade Shadows. So there are so many good arcanes that we can get from this boss fight. So, you know what we gotta do, gamers? We gotta get to gaming. It's time to fight Captain Vor another quintillion times. This guy needs to hop on my day. Alright, now conveniently, I unlocked the node from a Steel Path incursion right before the Steel Path Captain Vor fight. However, ironically enough, today, we also have a Steel Path incursion to fight Captain Vor. So, you know we're gonna do that. It's gonna make absolutely no difference, but we really only have like 3 choices of good Warframe arcanes. So, that is gonna be gas, but also Flare. Oh, Flare is so fucking cool and awesome and rich and handsome. We need that shit, gamers. It is an essential pickup. Alright, Chucklefuck. It's time. Now, how much harder is he going to be in Steel Path? Let's see. Where the fuck did he go? Oh, he's in one of his bubbles. Our energy looking a bit low. So Koumei's probably not the best choice for this, but, you know, my Steel Path starter frame. I want to see how she does. Oh. Oh, hold on. We're cooking if we're invulnerable. This is sick. Boop. Alright, now on to the phase 2. Which I'm kind of nervous for, honestly. We gotta shoot those turrets, and our gun damage is pretty lackluster. Boop. Wow. Flawless. He's so good. Ooh, you know what? We haven't tried the passive effect of, doing a heavy cast at full combo, so let's see it. Oh, never mind. We won't get to because we don't see the status effect. I mean, hey, pretty neat that we one-shot that health bar, but oh my goodness. Oh, fuck. No, that was bad. Oh, I shouldn't have fallen into the void. Oh, that sucks real bad. Oh, I did it again. That disabled our invulnerability 3. Alright, this is so sad. Oh my goodness. Holy shit, that took a lot of time. That was really embarrassing. But it's all good. It's all good. We build up some combo. Stop getting staggered. We stop getting staggered. Boom. He's dead. Let's get out of here. Let's see what we got. Oh my god, I'm so excited. All right. That was a tough fight. Boom. That's, you know, that's a new pickup, so I ain't too mad about it. In fact, I'm not mad about it at all. I don't know why I was going with that. But, you know, it is not one I want. So, that does kind of sting, but... Gamers. We got some Arcanes to get. But, I gotta change my loadout, because this shit was not working for that. Oh, blessing. Yay! Oh, there it is, guys. Cascadia Flare. Only 80% for now, but you saw that end goal. Yay, obstruct. We might use that. And there's battery. Alright. That means we've got all the arcanes that I really wanted from this. That's pretty sick. One of each. Good. Good. Well, now that we've got our Cascadia Flare, our arcane battery, and our arcane blessing, I think it's time that we buckle down and power farm. And by we, I mean insert stream thumbnail here. Power farm. Alrighty, gamers. We're done for now. We've gotten a few runs under our belt of Captain Vor, and by a few I mean 7 hours worth, give or take. So where are we at? Let's see. Good progress. I'm very happy with where we're at. Blessing, we've got to rank 2. We could get that actually to rank 3. Nice. Blessing is sick, and every time you get a arcane to rank 3, for your Warframes, you're going to get this nice little passive of an extra Arcane revive. Oh, it's so good. Arcane Battery's at rank 2. Our Steadfast is at rank 3. We got our Cascadia Flare to rank 3. Secondary Surge rank 2. Primary Obstruct, we got to rank 3. We got Arcane Power Ramp to rank 1. And finally, our most useless Arcane of the batch, just for our account, we got rank 2 on Melee Vortex. All in all, I think we realistically got pretty spooned. Very happy for that. Steadfast is a really good one for where we're at. Just being able to conserve energy is pretty sick. Although we did get nourished, so it's less of an issue these days. But I'll pick up nonetheless. Good. Battery, I would love to jump back in and get this maxed, honestly, but it's taken a lot of time to grind out Captain Vor, and you know, we might be doing a lot of Ascension in the future for a certain secondary Arcane, that's for sure. So, you know, for now, this is acceptable. I'm happy with this. But Cascadia Flare, it's going to be quite a long time on the Iron Man before we can get to the Zeraman. So, getting 3 ranks into this now. Oh, boy. When we do get to the Zeraman, though, there's going to be a lot of Arcane farming. So, it's, again, not as imperative we max this out now. I just wanted to get good progress in this. This is going to be so huge going forward. But yeah, that is the Arcane haul, and that is where I'm going to end it for today's episode. You know, it feels like very little, but in terms of actual strength, it doesn't get better than this, Arcane grinding. If you like this video, leave a like. If you disliked it, you can do that too. If you found this video and want to see more, I have an entire playlist dedicated to the Warframe Iron Man, which you can find in the description below. And if you like what we do here on the Iron Man, you can consider subscribing. I'll be uploading every Tuesday at 1 p.m. PST, and I also stream the Warframe Iron Man at 10 p.m. PST on Wednesday. By the time you guys view this video, you might notice that there's a stream tonight. That's just because Prime Resurgence is Dookie Balls. Going forward, it's every Wednesday at 10 p.m., but there's only a week left, and, you know, just while we're on the topic, Tormandee, how's the Prime Resurgence going? Oh. Oh. Let me out of here. Please. Uh-oh. Yeah, it's awful. But, thank you guys for watching. I love y'all. Mwah! And in the next video, what will we be doing? We'll be tackling some more Warframe quests in the form of Patience Zero for Mesa and the Jordas Precept for Atlas. Both of these quests just culminate in a boss fight on Eris, so we're gonna be grinding those out. But until then, gamers, curse the Prime Resurgence. Peace to everyone else.